planning and how you execute your plan to get a good deal in a mediation. But they've actually proven what you guys are feeling right now. How many of you are feeling a little, it's Friday afternoon, we're skidding into lunch, you're probably hungry, and your metabolism's probably crashing about now, as is ours. And I use that they've actually proven this. Some empiricists went to Israel because they could find courts that were only making parole decisions. They had no discretion to modify the sentence. All they could do was out or in. Obviously, the inert decision is just leave them in there, get them a new toothbrush, and let them rot. And they measured it. They thought, what's driving these parole decisions? Is it the underlying crime, how worked up the victims are, how well they've behaved in jail? None of that mattered. Didn't correlate. What they did find, though, is that there was a strong correlation between the release rate and the time of day your case came on for hearing. We always used to laugh about it. It all depends on what the judge had for breakfast and whether they stayed up too late last night watching the Spurs. Here's proof of it. And what we go through in the cycle of mediation day. These folks, same prisoners, all mixed up, had a 75% chance of getting paroled early in the morning. It keeps trickling down, and you can see that our friends put us in this slot down here where we got no chance of getting paroled. We're down here at about 20%. We're going back to the slammer with a new toothbrush. But the good news is that you're going to get a little bounce when you go to lunch. You'll move around. You get a little caffeine. You get some carbs, and guess what happens? It bounces back up. Whoever's lucky enough to have the slot right after lunch, if we can keep you awake, they got a 70% chance of getting paroled. But as in the morning, guess what happens? It trickles off, and trickles off pretty good. The best you can hope for is a strong cup of coffee at 3:30 and a good cookie. But guess what? Those don't last long, and there's a steep slide. So don't do this just to pick on the course directors for giving us this fabulous slot. We do it because this is exactly what happens in mediation. And my friends and the real pros here are going to tell us, give you pointers on how to prepare and how to effectively negotiate into this. But think about what we're doing. We are asking people to make potentially the hardest decision of their life at points when they're probably running on empty. And I always contend that the real deal, everybody says, oh, we got to wait till 3:30, Don, till the alcoholics get the shakes, everybody gets hungry, and then the deal comes together. And sure enough, there's a lot of that. But my contention is that you're setting this thing up for success in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Everybody gets away with a freebie on the first round now. There's no more like the movie A Civil Act.